By the way, the bike guy, that motherfucker had it coming.
Goddamn right, okay?
He totally
Cyclists always out there. Streets are for cars, not for bicycles.
Yeah,
I'm sick of
it. You know what? You have a better chance of getting off the bike and running into a building and hiding and shit. Goddamn hipsters,
or
man.
Staying on the sidewalk.
I stand on the side. You hipsters love your bicycles, man.
Don't tell them different.
No, that's what your ass gets. You thought that bicycle was gonna save
man,
you.
You're supposed to share the road.
Yeah, he was causing more danger on that bicycle. Get off the goddamn bike, man. Run.
I know.
Ever since your boy too. Ever since your boy, I ain't even try to say his name right now. I'm just gonna say that sexy brown
Kumail Nanjiani.
That sexy brown man. Kumail Nanjiani. That how you say his name?
Yeah.
Sexy brown. Ever since he got jacked up and got that body, everybody trying to get with that. There was a time nobody even, he was just they almost did him racist. He was just the funny guy behind the convenience store. That's how it started. And I don't know. I'm just making shit up. But he was the funny brown guy.
Well, more of that cliche of being a computer programmer.
Yeah. That too. See, leave it up to Martin to be fair about this shit. I went straight for all 7-Eleven.
Come on, man. They already kicked Apu off the Simpsons.
They should did, man. Yeah. They should. Shit, cast him as jacked Apu.
They really should get it. Like politically correct Apu. He should be it.
He should be that, man. Sexy Apu. Sexy Apu. Yeah. Talk that racist shit now. Yeah, laugh now, bitch. Yeah, thank you. Come again, mother. But got so jacked, everybody of every race want to get with him now. White chicks, black chicks. Already had a white girl. He's like, nah, give me a black one now. It's a Ray.
Might as well taste the rainbow.
And he's getting
going to Baskin Robbins.
He
Having a sample of each.
And he's getting the fever for the flavor right there. Look at him, man. Don't give a f. Got all them PDAs going on. Hand up a dress and everything, man. You nasty boy. Look at you. I can get the sexual attraction right there. But when you watch these movies where they're supposed to be a loving couple, is the chemistry there? That's what really counts. We can watch porn for sex anytime. I'm watching a romantic comedy or a drama. I want these two to have something going on between them, a spark or two, to make me believe that they are actually together. And that's what we're going to find out with this movie right here, The Lovebirds. The Lovebirds is that's the latest. It's the late. Okay, there we go. That is the latest. What do you call that? Comedy from romantic comedy. That was actually supposed to go to the theaters.
Exactly. Yep. Matter of fact, it was going to premiere at South by Southwest this year.
Oh, that's right. That's right, man. Let's go ahead and take a look at the trailer.
Justice! Oh my God!
I don't think he's a cop.
Boy, they handled that shit way better than I would have.
I tell you this right now. I don't even prior to seeing this. If some cop came up and said, "I'm a police officer. I need to commandeer your vehicle," I'm gonna drive off.
I'm running over his feet.
Click.
Yeah.
No.
That's not my job.
I'm gonna rev my engine one time to tell him to get his toes out the way, and then I'm gone.
Exactly.
See ya, Flatfoot.
Dad. We know he's dead, but we didn't kill him.
Nobody else took their masks off.
As far as Issa Rae and Kumail Nanjiani, did I say that right? Thank you. I've been practicing that shit too.
Say it in your head throughout the entire time the trailer's been going on.
I don't want some brown organization come over here trying to cancel me. I'm working on that shit. Man, you know what? Looking at them together in the movie, as far as working romantically, they work well together, in my opinion. The scenes where they're, falling in love are very sweet, very believable. It's very sweet while it lasts, because the shit is done in 2 minutes.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Two minutes.
Is it 2? I thought it was more like a minute and a half.
About 90 seconds. Yeah. Solid 90 seconds, yeah.
Boy, don't let this trailer fool you.
Yeah.
I mean, it is not, but don't let this trailer fool you. All this shit right here, they fall, they look like they're falling in love, and you get this story right here. The movie says sweet romance. That shit ain't funny. You know, no.
Yeah, that I go like, man, it's so nice that they're doing a rom-com with people of color, and you never see people from South Asia and black people together.
No,
and this is nice. And he goes, oh, that totally would have been nice. I wish we thought to do that.
Yeah, yeah. Now, that shit ain't funny. No, the people don't. Man, y'all know, that's on y'all. The director said, when has Hollywood ever gave a f about showing a real romance between people of color? Are you stupid?
Fair enough. Okay, fair enough. I'll concede that point.
Oh, you better BET this shit up real quick.
What if they just screamed at each other for like the next 60 plus minutes? How about that? I think that
exactly.
Be good. Yeah.
What people, black people, y'all in a romance, even when y'all being romantic, y'all ain't sweet, y'all ain't nice, y'all are loud. And you talk like this the whole time because that's funny.
Yeah, no, we can put this couple in danger, make you worry about them, or we could make you not like them from the beginning so you don't give a shit what happens.
Yeah, that's an option. That's an option.
I even think that bickering early on in this movie is kind of funny because it's not real hateful, it's not over dramatic, not even being real loud. They actually argue like a real couple.
Oh yeah, no, I thought the same thing. I'd been warned against this, and then in the beginning with them arguing, I was like, oh, I'm kind of digging this.
Yeah, they are. All they do is they're just taking little smart ass jabs at each other, man. You know, and you can still tell that there's like some love behind what they're saying, but they're not screaming at each other or anything.
Right.
You know, they kind of are that couple that argue all the time, that most of the time they get on your goddamn nerves, but every now and then it gets so stupid that you gotta laugh about it. Martin looking at me like, you mean like you? You like you?
I wasn't
You too, huh?
going to utter those words.
I'm not saying nothing.
I saw him at the corner of my eye. He just
turned his head, beat his foot.
yeah, he just turned his head. And just,
it's not like I've seen it firsthand or anything. I don't,
Well, usually when you know a couple like that argue all the time, you think, oh, they're not long for this world. And then it's 10 years later, and they're like, okay, well, they found a way to work it out.
And then even in the movie, they end up saying something. They end up saying something to each other. I'm not going to reveal it, but they end up saying something to each other. I like them so much as a couple, even though we're arguing. They say something to each other, and I'm like, oh, shit, that stings. Mm-hmm, I was rooting for these two right here. You know, that's how much I was falling for their relationship, man. That's how much I was really enjoying this couple right here until they turned into idiots. I mean, in the movie, it's just like they weren't even the same people.
No, everything was fine until the plot kicked in, which was about 10 minutes into the movie.
It's like when they hit the bike dude, it just traumatized them so much it made them stupid. You know what I'm saying? It was like I said right when this shit happened. It's like right when they hit the bicycle guy. Those motherfuckers went full retard. Excuse me, to quote Tropic Thunder again. I'm using a Hollywood term, not a derogatory term. You know, they start out as a really cute couple at the beginning, and then when that shit happens, when they hit the bicycle guy, I'm like, what happened to that couple that I was really enjoying before? Because this ain't the same couple right here, and I can explain why.
Hit it with your car, man.
No, I mean, yes, I did, but...
No, that's all.
That was a while ago.
Oh my God,
No, I said I hit him with my car.
What the f is wrong with you, man?
Yeah.
At this point, and by the way, you saw in the trailer, it was supposed to be a joke. Because the reason why, and I get it kind of at first, they don't want to say anything because they're like, well, you know, we're black, or I'm black, you're brown. The cops are gonna immediately think that we're guilty.
Anybody? 1, 2, 3, go!
Run! Okay, the guy's name is Jabron.
Run, Leilani!
And the girl's name's actually Leilani. She's running.
You know what makes the cops think you're guilty? Running.
Yeah.
It's worse when you're running while black and brown. Maybe if he just sat. I mean, listen, I don't trust the cops. You don't trust the cops. He does, but we don't trust the cops.
I still know that taking off right there is the worst thing you could do.
That's a crime. You're leaving the scene of a crime.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, are we watching Queen and Slim all over again? What is this?
Their version of it.
It was like, stay with the car. What reason do they have to believe that you're guilty? Right. Except when you run. By the way, the bike guy, that motherfucker had it coming.
Goddamn right, okay? Cyclists always out there. Streets are for cars, not for bicycles.
Yeah,
I'm sick of
it. You know what? You have a better chance of getting off the bike and running into a building and hiding and shit. Goddamn hipsters, man.
Staying on the sidewalk.
I'm staying on the side. You hipsters love your bicycles, man.
Don't tell them different.
No, that's what your ass gets. You thought that bicycle was gonna save
man,
you.
You're supposed to share the road.
Yeah, he was causing more danger on that bicycle. Get off the goddamn bike, man. Run.
I know.
Because by the time you run into something, he's got to get out the car and park it and shit. You could be hiding in a spot in a closet.
I'd say not to nitpick. I know it is, but I love these streets in New Orleans that have nobody walking around.
Oh, I know. They do that all the time. Yeah. That's why I really don't know how to take car chases anymore, because for a good car chase, New York, everybody will pull over and just let you go running through those streets like a bat out of hell, man.
They don't give a shit.
They don't give a
knock you over, run you over.
You know how a car chase would go in real life in New York? That shit would last 1 second.
Very real.
Move it.
Yeah. Out the way. The shit plays out just like a typical on the run comedy.
Yeah.
You know, you know how those are, man. It's you get into random situations looking for answers, not really telling a story. You know,
there's supposed to be some intrigue behind each place you go that's kind of leading like breadcrumbs to what the real, the heart of the mystery is.
Yeah.
Not so much here.
It leads to nothing. It's later abandoned towards the end of the film.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's just the setting. It's just the background. It's like, look how weird this is. Okay, let's go to the next one. It's like, what? All right, fine.
Yeah, they just get into random situations claiming they're looking for answers, but not really. They're not really telling a story. We just have characters who are reacting or responding to things in a funny way for laughs.
Yeah.
That's it. There's no, I mean, some of this shit don't even make sense. Like, why is this even here?
No.
This lent nothing to the movie.
That whole scene in the barn.
With the bacon grease?
Yeah.
Yes.
And the horse, yeah.
Yeah, the horse, yeah. That was nothing. That didn't even need to be in the movie.
It did not.
Could have cut it completely.
These you know what they did? They just stopped to cook bacon in this movie. That was it. That had nothing to do with the movie. These things can be great if the director has a vision or a story or a way of shooting this, and that is pretty unique. Or they make the situations very weird. Pulp Fiction is something where it's just one random situation after another, but the writing is so great.
Sure. Well, I don't even think you have to be on the level of Pulp Fiction.
No, you don't.
Because I thought of some recent movies like Game Night.
Yeah.
And even Date Night with Steve Carell and Tina Fey, a married couple who were just trying to rekindle something, and they're getting into these situations. But they weren't so random, and so what did that have to do with anything?
Well, Game Night is a great movie. Date Night I haven't seen, but I heard if there was any complaints for that, it was that, okay, this is just a star vehicle, man. We got two people that people think can make money. Let's just slap the shit together and let them go.
Hey, God, no, he turned it sideways. Kill shot. We are going to die.
I don't want the kids to live with your mother. She's awful.
I never saw it.
You know what? It's actually funnier than it looks.
Okay, I'll take your word for it.
I mean, it's not great. I'm not going to say like, oh man, you'll love it. It's a full price movie. But it was one where I was thinking thought the same thing going in, that it's just a star vehicle, and it was all said and done. I was like, actually, a lot of fun with that.
Well, this is what I'm describing as a star vehicle, just letting people get together just to talk crazy shit and just make money. That's what the Lovebirds.
Oh, it totally is that.
Well, no, what it is, what I think makes Date Night and Game Night so superior is that there's stuff written for those actors to say. And my biggest issue with this is that there's not enough content on the page for these actors to actually read. I call it what I typically call this type of filmmaking, Judd Apatow style filmmaking, where they sit a goddamn camera down for 4 hours and let's just let them riff for the next few hours, see what happens.
Yeah,
that's what this is, and we're gonna piece it together into some sort of scene, and then we'll just go for it after that. And I hate that shit.
Well,
it's so lazy.
That's and I'm just gonna blame it on me. I mean, you and I are more in agreement with each other, but I'm just gonna blame it on me because some people really do like this. Because I'm not a fan. Even I have my name for it. Martin probably know what I'm talking about here too. I'm not a big fan of the category comedy that I've dubbed babbling improv. Where people just, oh, I want your name's stupid. I got a better name. Because you were like, all right, fair.
No, it's better.
I mean, it's the same thing.
Yeah,
It's funny because I always link Judd Apatow to that as well.
Yeah, where the babbling kind of improv is where they just get two actors and just kind of let them go, man. Yeah. You know, to the point where they are rambling. You know, movies hardly written. It's just just like key points that they need to reach to just go ahead and do this thing. I find it myself. I'm like you. Some people like it, but personally, I find it annoying. The thing is, the actors aren't even the worst part of that. One of the things I can say about Judd Apatow is that he usually does let his actors come in and ad-lib that he thinks in a way that is funny and centers on the actors. Of course, when he's bad, it's bad.
Oh yeah.
But when he does it right, it's pretty great. I'm not really irritated by I am. What I'm talking about. I'm very irritated by the actors themselves with the rambling that they're doing. But I'm more irritated by the people who are just there, who have nothing to say because they can't get a word in. So they just stand there. What do they do? While these people over here babbling, they just sit up there just making stupid faces. Really? And at some point, somebody should just say, shut the f up. But because it's written for them just to be on the side. And this is the thing. They have to cut. They can't let it stay on them forever.
No.
So they have to edit where they get a reaction shot from people. And they usually just look dumb. Really? Look, I'm not lying, man. Look, watch.
Never killing.
Never kill.
Have I thought about killing people like Jabron?
I have rolled through stop signs almost every day of my life, but not in a dangerous way.
Shut the f up! That wouldn't be sitting up there the whole time. At some point, she'd be like, y'all shut the f up. I'm going to throw you in jail right now. Just for being annoying. You know what happened? I wish you would be around somebody who did that all the time. I tell you what would happen. You would let them talk, and you would get up and leave, and then you would find the biggest baseball bat you could. You'd go behind that motherfucker. Bam! You pull a Robert De Niro from The Untouchables.
Al Capone.
Yeah, Al Capone. And everybody at the table would be like, thank you, Jesus.
Oh, I thought nobody was. I'm glad it wasn't just me.
I couldn't take it.
And they talk over each other too, which makes it even worse. So I can't even tell what they're saying at the end of the day.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't.
You can only focus on one of them at a time, and when you listen to it, you're like, you ain't talking about nothing.
Sometimes the thing is, I will actually give the movie a little credit, man, because Issa Rae and Kumail Nanjiani, I mean, they're producers here too. I guess they want to really work with each other. And I mean, with direction, they do have something. You know, like I said, at the beginning of the movie where they had a story of them getting together, where they had something to work with.
It was cute.
Yeah, it was cute. Where they had an actual script.
Yeah, where stuff was actually written on the paper. Yeah.
Did you notice they didn't have a whole lot of lines? They weren't ad-libbing or anything, improv, and they had something to work with.
Natural chemistry was there. You just saw it in front of you. I was like, wow, okay, this is great.
So I think that they're good together. It's just like, man, I'm just like not a fan of having no direction, letting people go. Unless you really got something good right there. And I don't think they really have anything that clever right here. Now, I think that every now and then when I said something might pop out funny, it does. I mean, there was some parts here where I genuinely laughed at one or two things in their rambling that I thought was funny.
This is an ultimate fighting, Jabron. You can't tap out.
You know, I laughed at that. Martin, like, why? I did. I laughed at little things like that in the movie. I think there's there's little bits in there where I think that they actually are kind of funny. With a little bit more guidance or direction or something to follow and reining it in a little bit more, I think they would have had something better. But then again, like I say, that's my taste. I know that's not for everybody. Some people like this right here, man.
Yeah, I mean, clearly people must like it because they don't stop doing it. Or because it's just so economical. They're like, we can't afford to not do it. I mean, we would have spent a whole lot more money and time writing out an actual script. Psh, nobody does that. You just hire funny people and let them do the work.
Yeah.
I felt like the funniest parts were all in the trailer. I was like, oh, I remember when I laughed when I first saw this trailer. Because I'll be honest, I was like, you know what? I'm looking forward to this. This looks like a little fun, romantic comedy. Because I thought, oh, isn't that so refreshing? They're going to have the couple that clearly love each other, and relationship is going to be put to the test by getting a very unique situation. But it's not. They already despise each other. Which, so it's like any typical romantic comedy. So that's why I was like, shit. That's why I was so kind of disappointed by that. They tricked me with the trailer. Yeah. And I didn't like that personally.
I'm with you, man. And the ending doesn't make any sense at all.
Jesus Christ.
They just
ending.
They just threw this
They did. They did.
Doesn't matter.
I was like, is this a new trend now where endings are just something that we don't even bother with. We just turn the movie off because for all that they were setting up, even though you go into what an Eyes Wide Shut sex cult or whatever kind of cult it is.
Window dressing.
Yeah,
Window dressing.
yeah. And you're like, all right, well, what is this about? What about? Don't worry about it.
Yep.
but they're safe. How about that?
But that ending, they did not give a shit.
They did.
I mean, it
honestly
doesn't
did
make
not-
sense.
I did not believe that was it. I was like, oh, okay. Well, they turn this over now. What's the mystery behind the mystery? Credits.
Yeah, I was like, what?
Very
But
quick.
there was something like, you can't do that.
I know.
That's how films work. But no, it's like that's not even physically possible.
I know.
But y'all just ended this shit.
Yeah.
Y'all, it really was on some Scooby Doo shit. I know I say it all the time, but it was some Scooby Doo shit. They ended. I wish I could tell y'all, boy. I wish I could tell y'all. You know what? Spoil it. Somebody, because it's on Netflix. If y'all want to hear it, I'll tell y'all. I'll go in a little bit, but I will say something else before I get to that. I think that these kind of movies. The problem I have with these kind of improv movies is that everything is so slapped together around them.
Yeah.
They center so much on the two leads to carry the film, or whoever your lead actors are who are improv through the film. They put so much on them that they just say F the details for the rest of the movie. Like we're stupid.
Yeah.
You know, you about to go down Nitpick Alley right here. It's probably just me.
There's a guy in the corner on the saxophone.
Yeah, people, I'm sorry.
Everything's wet.
Yeah. Hey, I'm grabbing my basket, man. I'm about to pick some nits over here. But maybe it is. I don't know this brother's name. I forgot it. But they had this brother come through in the movie.
Who showed up?
About 5.
Not that guy right there. I wish I remember his name. But they had him show up. There's a part in the movie where Issa and Kamal, they need to borrow some clothes. And they say, can we borrow some clothes? And I want y'all to look. I picked this right. I want y'all to look at this man right here. And I want y'all to look at this man over here. Now, I know your boy's swole, but he ain't as big as that Negro in there.
Right.
It might be. I'm looking at this now like, oh shit, what man?
Yeah,
no, but he's he's ripped, but he ain't that big.
He's significantly taller too.
And the
like
guy's
other
taller.
guy. Yeah, that's the thing.
And they say, can we borrow some clothes? And he borrows a tux from that dude, and that shit it's like it's tailored.
Oh yeah.
It's tight, it's tight on him.
Well, maybe it's a tux he owned before he got big. it's a pre-steroids tux. And he's like, man, I'm never gonna be able to wear this again.
In this movie, do you really think they thought of that kid?
I don't think they thought. But I mean, if you're gonna pick nits, then you gotta allow the other side to go like, well, perhaps.
Man, why you gotta go in and write the rest of this script out? Why you gotta do that, John?
Nobody else is gonna do it.
Why you exactly? Let them do it. Why you gotta go in there and write? Why you gotta write fan fiction for this shit? Now you know that they didn't even think about that shit. Well, maybe like in the script. Well,
I bought this tux when skinny suits were in.
Back when I was your size, but I was 14.
Well, it would have been funny if it actually did not fit well.
Oh, yeah.
That would have been kind of like, a little visual gag.
It's
but no,
baggy on him.
It's baggy, yeah.
But it's almost like my man had it tailored for him. He's like, let me cut a little bit off right here, nip and tuck, and then we can fit you up right here. The girl that she got this from is thicker than she is.
She is. I noticed that.
And her dress is fitting. It's just like, man, y'all just ain't thinking about details.
Yeah, that's not this movie's agenda.
But I do want to hear your story on how the dress fit her. Because your stories are better than what we see in this movie right here. I like your script.
Putting some thought into it.
Yeah. You actually flesh shit out.
Well, we don't see the back of her. She could have used clips to make it fit.
See, there you go. There you go. You know, I can look at this and say, all right, people, they just want to laugh. They're not looking into it as deep as we are. And I'm not even looking for, look, I still stick with the nits that I picked right here. But I know people who are not even annoyed by the improv. They just like these two being together and just being funny. I find it very annoying. But like I said, I got bits of laughs here and there. So if you're looking for a light, fun distraction that is on Netflix, I don't think it's that bad. For people out there, it's worth a rental, man. And there you go. It's on Netflix, so it's at home.
It thinks it's funnier than it is, and there's so many places where it just drops the ball, or as you say, Corey, doesn't give a shit. And yeah, you got a plot that's just kind of, it's there, it's something to hang the improv on, and it's not that funny, and I can't blame the actors too much because they don't have any backup.
Yeah.
It puts it all on them to do everything. And the one thing I disagree with both of you on, at least for me personally, I felt no chemistry between the two of them. Even in the early scenes, I'm like, on paper, I like what they're doing with them as a couple, yet they have a way of always not touching each other. they're always just some distance. And even their improv, you see in that scene, it's like it's competing rather than them working together. And I think that's a lot of what holds us back. This is a very low rental for me.
Okay.
I hate shit like this. I don't like romantic comedies where you have the couple who just obviously hate each other throughout the movie, and then it's like, oh, lo and behold, they finally figure everything out. It's like, no. And I felt, and I personally kind of felt like a little trick by this. Like, oh, you're doing the opposite of what we typically expect of romantic comedies, where the couple actually clearly loves each other and their stuff is being put to the test. And we didn't get that. It's like, oh, come on, you. And the other thing that bothers me too is that, I mean, Kumail Nanjiani is one of my favorite romantic comedies of all time. It's up there. Like, if I think my top, I absolutely love that film. It's just second to Silver Linings Playbook. And it's like, he should know the structure, how that works. Maybe because it's based on his whole life and his own experiences. That's why that movie is so great as it is. And so I'll tell you right now, people who are watching, watch The Big Sick instead of this stuff on a streaming service, because that you'll get a much better experience. It's far funnier. Nah, this is some old bullshit. Don't even bother with it.
There it goes. There it goes. Boy, when that face turns red, you know some bullshit's on the way.
I was almost there with him.
Yeah.
Oh, apparently I'm the nice guy around here.
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, y'all make me scared on these kind of things. Like, y'all gonna turn on my ass and just beat the shit out of me.
Now you see how it feels.
Yeah, last week was school for you. Oh, do y'all want the spoiler for that? Because I can give it to you. Yeah. Do y'all want to hear the spoiler? Even the OG chat said, yes, spoil it. All right, so it's real easy. I'm just going to tell you, I'm not going to really spoil it, because I just want to tell you what doesn't make sense with it. So the villain, his shit doesn't, I mean, y'all saw him in the trailer, you know, I forgot the actor's name. He was on Boardwalk Empire.
I know, he was Mickey Doyle on Boardwalk Empire, and that's all I think of him as.
Yeah.
No matter what he's in.
But the villain right here, the guy that ran over the bicycle, man. So his plan is real stupid at the end of the movie. But he gets them, and he's going to kill them. So what he does is he ties them up with these weak-ass plastic cuffs and goes to his boat, leaves them in the car. So he leaves them in the car so they have time to escape. So he goes there to clean his boat and everything and make everything nice for the bodies. He didn't say get out the car or anything. I shoot them right in the car.
Before.
You know, of course, he just leaves them in the car, and they find the lighter. They use their teeth to use their mouth or whatever to like get the cuffs loose on Kumail Nanjiani, and of course they get away. That's not the big part, but when they get on the boat, they get into a fight with his dumb ass, and they start arguing and everything, and he's like, oh, you two, how are you two together? You're such a stupid couple. Pretty much saying what we're thinking. And in fact, it was kind of like, at this point, you're a bad guy, but yeah, shoot these motherfuckers. I don't really care. But this is the thing that gets me. So they get into a scuffle. They knock the villain out and they knock him into the water. Yeah. Okay, cool. He's dead. They're sitting up there having a good conversation, the kind of thing you're talking about. Hey, we really should rethink this whole thing. Do we really want to break up? We're good together. And then all of a sudden he pulls a Jason Voorhees out the water. Ah!
Yeah.
And they knock him out again. And he's in the water. He stays in the water long enough to die, to drown. But they cut to another shot where the police arrive and they're like, well, we got the suspect. They don't tell you how they fished him out. He's still alive.
Hours later. Hours later. It's daytime. It's night. It's like the dead of night when we first leave them. And then, I don't know, like it's 6 a.m. or something.
He's in the water. Yeah, this day, the dawn is coming up and somehow they fished his ass out the water. And he's still alive. And in fact, he's even looking at them like, I could have got away with it weren't for you colored people. He really does. And it's like
Scooby-Doo villain.
Yeah, it's a Scooby-Doo villain. I'm just like, how the y'all gonna like show me where he clearly drowned, and you ain't going to explain how he survived,
or how he was a member of the police force.
And
still did all this, and the police don't seem to be concerned about that at all.
And this whole thing of explaining what happened with this,
don't even bother.
Yeah, we don't get an explanation of any of what.
He's connected to that weird sex cult thing in the movie, and it's like,
and his plan is stupid. When he bring him to the boat, he's even telling the dumbest plan. He's like, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring you over here, and then I'm gonna shoot you and put you in the water. But I'm gonna knock myself out, and I'm gonna tell the police that a stranger came up and I got into a scuffle with him, and he knocked me out and killed you two. It's like, get the out of here. Am I lying?
That's a screenwriter working this out like right during this scene. It's like, okay, guys, I came up with something on the spot.
The villain, he's the one character in this entire movie who is nothing but a straight man, no comedy whatsoever.
Yeah.
None.
So if he had just some comedic element to him, you go like, all right, well, he's a goofball. This makes sense. But as it plays out, it's like, well, why is he dumb now?
Yeah.
Yep.
No.
Yeah.
He's been nothing but serious.
I don't even think he was dumb. I think the script was just dumb.
Yeah, definitely is.
Like they thought, I think when they were writing that plan out, they're like, shit, you could do this in real life and get away with it. We are good. We should kill somebody and do this ourselves.